Welcome to episode 58, Sexuality. Please turn on closed captioning to read along to my sexy voice. So I saw this article in the New York Times recently about a transgendered person, and it brought to mind a topic I had debated with some buddies while watching events from the last Olympics. The issue was whether transgendered women have in effect a physical advantage or advantages over natural born women in certain Olympic competitions. Internal joke. You really don't think I don't see you dancing around using the word real? I feel I can say that I fully understand transgendered people. That's because of how I view human existence. Because with the randomness in which we are created comes the variations upon variations. Thus, it is possible that there are naturally occurring births of a female personality or gender being in a male body and a male personality or gender being in a female body. So the desire to want to change bodies is natural in people born that way. Internal joke? No joke on that. The bottom line is that I feel I understand transgendered people wanting changing to match personality or gender to body. But the problem is that transgendered people look to make the match by changing their body when certain things that are intrinsic to a male or female body cannot be changed. Essentially, the body is always there. By that I mean, to re-emphasize, in a transgendered person, some elements, including some elements of physical ability or deficiency of that original male or female body, will forever be there. Let's consider a situation in which a woman in a man's body changed that body as much as is physically possible to match her female personality. I feel that some things, including some physical things of that male body, can never be changed or removed. So that's an advantage that's not naturally occurring that a transgendered woman has over a woman born with her female personality or gender already matched to her body. The dilemma for Olympic organizers is that whether you say the body is determinative or the mind is determinative, in a situation with a transgendered woman, the outcome is that you have someone with some basic elements of a naturally male body competing in certain physically demanding events against someone with no such naturally male body elements. For some reason, they aren't too concerned about transgendered men competing against naturally born men in physical events. So, being deliberately non-specific, there is a physical advantage in there somewhere. Well then, what of people born with a male personality or gender in a female body? The thing is that to have a male personality or gender in a female body dominate others is sort of just saying that the male personality or gender is more powerful than the female personality or gender. And we should wonder if such male personality or gender in a female body is an unfair advantage to someone born with female personality gender already matched to a female body. What do at the Olympics? They try to measure. Internal joke. Like I said, there's a joke in there somewhere. So, in the mind or matter determination, they allow the former for certain calculated events and use percentages, for example, of testosterone, to determine whether the latter can compete. My belief is that you cannot fully change someone's body to match the personality or gender with which they were born. Bruce Jenner won an Olympic decathlon title because his body was endowed with certain male elements that no natural born female has. Now, Caitlyn Jenner can reduce the effects of those male elements, but she cannot eliminate them. And she would have an unfair advantage in certain competitions over women without those male elements. On the other hand, Castor Semenya was born the way she was, and no matter whatever male personality or gender inhabit her body, it's a female body. She will always have a female body that she has to work with, and I don't think she should be penalized for the natural nature of her personality and gender, even when such personality and gender enables her to condition her body to a competitive advantage. Conditioning an ability is something I discussed in various blog episodes, including episode 44, Back to Ability and Luck. I also touched on it in episodes 21 and 26. Some of us can do things that others simply cannot. I do not believe it's in any way contrary to my philosophy of life to feel that until there is a Special Olympics for transgendered folks, such folks need to accept the sacrifice, if you want to call it that if they really want to change their bodies, they shouldn't compete against folks of the sex they change their bodies to unless it's just activity for fun. That's because if they do so compete, they could have some unfair advantage. Sexuality is very diverse in the human species, but what's natural is natural.